Hi, Ann Kofsky with Homegrown Fit, and today we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can help yourself run pain-free and avoid injury. The first one is to strengthen the weakened or underutilized muscles. Second one is to help mobilize yourself in a way that does not use foam rolling and smashing. And the third way is to assess your shoes and see if there's an issue with your shoes that could be causing pain. Number 1. Ding! We're gonna work on strengthening weakened and underutilized muscles. Typically, the core and the hips are usually where you're going to find the weaknesses that cause injuries in the legs. So we're going to work on one called a hip hiker. Begin by standing on one foot, lift the other off the ground, and brace your core, and then slowly drop the hip and then hike it up using the adductor muscle on the standing leg to do so. Go for 10 to 15 repetitions on each leg. The second way we are going to help reduce injuries and run pain-free is to mobilize. And that means to have more strength with flexibility and have more control within that flexibility range of motion. So what we're going to do is work on adding strength to the end of our range of motion. And we're going to do that with a series of stretching and strengthening movements that I'll demonstrate now. Let's work on our ankle mobility. Begin in a caveman squat position, and if you have trouble getting your heels on the ground and your chest up, you may have some mobility issues in your ankle that could be helped with this movement. Begin by kneeling and just stretching one side, pushing that knee over the toe, and getting a nice deep stretch, holding it for 2 minutes, so you have plenty of time to find the end of that range of motion. Then you're going to start lifting as hard as you can the ball of your foot and the toe off the ground on that forward leg for 30 seconds, trying to keep the knee pushing forward as far as you can the whole time. And then switch the position so that your toe and the ball of your feet are pushing into the ground as hard as you can with that knee driving forward still. This will help increase strength at the end range of motion and increase mobility in your ankle to reduce injury with a better gait. Okay, the third way that you can help reduce pain and injury in your running is to look at your shoe selection. So here I've got a regular running shoe. This is my old buddy shoe. As you can see, it has a really big difference between the height of the heel and the height of the front of the shoe. That's called the drop. So this has a big drop, many millimeters. I haven't measured it. Anyway, there's risk for having a big difference between the heel and the ball and the level of the ball of the foot, because then you're striking your heel first because it's so tall, it gets in the way, and you're slowing down your running, and you're sending a lot of jarring impact right up your body, right up your legs, through your knees and hips. And so a goal of yours could be to start gradually finding shoes that have less drop until you get close to, or all the way to, if your body is comfortable with it, a 0 drop. And a 0 drop shoe, as I drop that shoe, looks like this. So it's hard to tell by looking at this line, but if you look inside the shoe, it's a barefoot shoe. So it doesn't have hardly any cushioning at all. The cushioning in the back is the same as the front. It's just a little bit. And so this is something that you could start using on your shorter runs or your sprint days, or just to walk around in and use on a regular basis because you're in those shoes for the longest period of time. Let's review all 3 of them. So the first way to reduce your injury rate and reduce your pain is to strengthen those muscles in your hips and core. Second one is number 2, is to work on mobilizing your ankles and hips a little more. And then the third way is to gradually change your shoe choice as long as your body responds well to it. If you want more information, we are doing a whole series on running, strength, and mobilization and shoe selection in our Homegrown Fit program this month and next month. So please come and join us or look for the webpage here for more information. Thank you.